and welcome to the podcast organized by South Asia Research Institute for Minorities. This is a non-profit organization committed to advance the right of minorities and empowerment of minority communities across the South Asia region. I am Zehra, a senior research associate at South Asia Research Institute for Minorities, and today we have the privilege of speaking with Waquar Hasan, an independent journalist known for his dedication to shed light on the important issues facing by minority communities in India. Welcome, Waquar. We are delighted to have you with us today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Let's dive on to our discussion today. So, Wakar, as an independent journalist in India, you have seen the status and the treatment of minority community evolve over the years, particularly in South Asia. So, what is your overcome on that?
If we talk about South Asia, the overall South Asian countries have treated minorities very bad, terrible. We can say we can go and go on, use many words to describe this. Whether it is Pakistan, whether it is India, whether it is Sri Lanka, whether it is Bangladesh, the situation of overall situation of minorities is not up to, it's not great. I can say. So the situation in India is very different from other countries. We can say in other countries that they are the ones who are attacking the minorities are the fringe elements, are not the part of the government or not part of the ministry. The government in India, the situation is totally different. They are in two ways. Since I have मैंने South Asian के जितने भी minorities पे मैंने नजर रखी है, I feel that in other countries, government are not actively involved to persecuting the minorities. But in India, the case is very different. In India, in two ways, the case is different. In one way, that there is an organized ecosystem. I mean, these are organizations whose sole purpose is to persecute minorities, to target minorities, to oppress minorities. They are organized party. There is an organized party. There is a who is using the government system to target minorities. To target, I know the most recent example which have got the international attention, the hate speech made by the India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to target the minority community in India. In any country, if the highest position is making such a blatant hate speech to target minorities, it means the situation is very grave. You cannot see any democracy in South Asia or in any country. Prime Minister go on the stage, target the minority for their identity, for any reason. As India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi had called Muslims infiltrators. I mean, the ones who have come from other countries. They have no stake in this country's land resources. And he also called it the ones who have many children. This is a dehumanizing language. They are trying to portray Muslim as the one who is capturing the resources of India, despite they are Muslim. The ones who are taking away all the resources from the majority. It's not only dehumanizing language, but it's also it puts their lives and their dignity at risk. Since the speech has been made by the Prime Minister, so the common people from the majority community take things very seriously, and they consider it is a truth that if the Prime Minister is saying that 2 million people from the 200 million people from his country from the minority group are the infiltrators, it means that the majority community will also think that we are not the actual citizens of this country. Minorities are not the actual citizens of the country. They have no right. They have nothing to do with this country. They are only here to just take away the rights of majority community. It's not only Prime Minister who have made his speech. Even the day after Prime Minister made the hate speech, the Union Home Minister, the second highest position in the government, made similar speech in the second day. And the Chief Minister of a most populated state, Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, who presented himself as a priest, as a Hindu priest, he also went on to make such a speech to target the marriage. So you can see the whole set of a bunch of senior leaders who are in the position of power, who are relentlessly targeting minority community, which have no power. I mean, they are not able to defend themselves. They are not in the position of defend themselves. Suppose that there are options to defend that. First option is that legal options, and second option is that political option. I mean, you counter it politically, and you make countering that what Prime Minister said is wrong. So neither they have political power, that they can make a statement to counter speeches of the ministers, and they have neither legal means they are not organized. They don't have a kind of legalized setup that they can file a case and pursue it. They can take it to the legal conclusion. And even pursuing a legal case against the highest authority is just a uphill task. I mean, it is similar to next to impossible. Look at the speech made by the Prime Minister is the violation of the Model Code of Conduct. But the Election Commission have not issued any notice to the Prime Minister, to other ministers, unless there is massive and people, so civil society and common people have put massive pressure on him, and they have issued now a notice only yesterday, all to uh, the president of his party, not the minister himself. They have not issued notification, issued a notice to the minister himself, but to the his party's president. What does it explain? It explains that, and the party, election commission has not enough courage to issue notice the minister himself. So if the election commission is not able to stand up for its law, how can the minority stand up for it? This is a
Thank you.
terrible.
Yes, thank you for shedding a light on reality. Now, could you share some insight onto the challenges that faced by minority communities in India today?
There are many challenges. There are various challenges. The most important and the most challenges is political challenge. Political challenge that Muslims are being targeted politically. Muslims and minorities, all of Christians in India, are being targeted politically. They are being targeted by the ones who are in the power, who are not a free element, who are not any unorganized group of people. They are being targeted, the ones with power. This is the political challenge. This is the most, danger challenge. I'm not able to figure out the word which can describe it. That it is the most pressing issue for me. It is a political challenge. The second, because it is bigger, it is biggest challenge because on the second hand, the political parties in India who claim to fight for the minorities, they are also silent on their issue. When the people in power target the minorities in India, the opposition, we can say the secular parties in India, they hardly speak up. They don't speak up at the time when the minority is targeted. They fear that if they will speak up for the minority, they will be branded as a Muslim, as a minorities party, not as a majorities party. So they remain silent. Their silence are more disturbing than the voices of the ones who are targeting. Muslims or minorities needs to overcome this challenge if they want to any kind of a peace or security. They cannot get security unless they have little power. So they need to pursue political their political agenda in an organized manner. And how can they get the security? How can they get the basic rights which other people from the majority committee get? So one way is that they should come up with their own political fronts. They should come up their political fronts with their right, and then they should ally with other parties who are from the majority committee. This is the way one can pose the challenge. So political challenge, if we say अगर political challenge के बारे में कहते हैं तो ये जो है security काम करता है. It gives you security. Security is the second most pressing issue for the minorities. So after the political challenge, security challenge, you can see that there are reports of lynchings. People around the world have seen the videos of violence in the minority community, and a mob led by some people who is affiliated with the ruling party barge into their house, attack them, their families, and they not only attack them, but they also upload the video on the social media. The attackers are so involved. So this is the security. This happens. The administration here, they give these attackers freedom to attack. If they take strict action against them, they will not dare to attack. So this is the second challenge, which is security. Political challenge and security challenge. Then comes up the economical challenge. Minorities are the most backward community in India. Every aspect, their education, they don't have schools, hospitals in their neighborhoods, and the majority dominated area don't have basic facilities, and provided by Muslims. There are two, three districts in India which have 70% Muslim population in India. They don't have basic hospitals, government hospitals, colleges, universities. They don't have. So economic challenges next, and social challenges also there. There's a lack of trust between the minorities and community due to the hate politics pursued by the ruling party. They always try to sow the seeds of enmity between the two communities. So social challenge can be handled if there is a political challenges is resolved. If people who pursue the politics of hate against minority, they are stopped. The hate politics will be stopped and the attacks will decrease. Attacks will go down. So this is the four major challenges which I explain here. This is I can go on in these challenges because I know it is a huge issue which needs to be discussed, explained, and needs to be. So this is the short answer, brief answer to.
Yeah, I share the same perspective. I agree with you. We have seen your work on social media. You have highlighted the voice of marginalized groups. Can you discuss a specific story or experience that particularly had an impact on you, shedding light on minority perspectives?
Yes, I follow. I generally track hate crime on social, track the hate crimes and bring it to the limelight on social media. Only last month I have highlighted an issue which has become later a national issue. It is related to the suspension of three Muslim teachers in India's northeast state Rajasthan. Three Muslims are rarely in the government jobs in India. Whatever they have in India and they जो भी वो गवर्नमेंट में है तो वो हमेशा टारगेट पे रहते हैं उन लोगों के जो फ्रिंज एलिमेंट जो कि क्या बोलते हैं एंटी माइनॉरिटीज एलिमेंट है वो हमेशा टारगेट करते हैं कि इनकी इनके कैसे इनके राइट्स छीने जाएं या इनको कैसे इनके राइट से डिप्राइव किया जाएगा तो वो हमेशा कोशिश में रहते हैं वैसे ही मेरी आवाज आ रही
Yes.
तो गवर्नमेंट में कुछ टीचर्स तो यहाँ पे जो हिंदू नेशनलिस्ट ग्रुप है वो दे डिवाइस डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ they come up with different kind of lies and propaganda to target the minority. And they accuse generally Muslim that they accuse Muslim of luring Hindu women for marriage and to convert them for his community. It is a false propaganda which has been exposed, yeah, which has been uncovered, which has been proven a lie in multiple times. And people and even the police have investigated such cases, find that there is no truth to this such propaganda, which is called love jihad. It is being adopted by the ruling party and Bharatiya Janata Party. So accusing three teachers of love jihad, of doing love jihad, filed a complaint with the government. Government is being led by the Hindu Nationalist Party, BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. They have suspended these three teachers. So these teachers were fearful and they were angry also. They got the job after a lot of struggle. They were angry because they have not done any such thing. These accusations, the Hindutva group accused them that forcing students to offer namaz, forcing a Hindu student to offer namaz. They started protesting against this, protesting against their suspension. But the mainstream media, who is totally under the control of the government, did not highlight the protest of the students. They protested against the suspension of the three Muslim teachers, and they also walked from their village to the town to oppose this suspension. And they said that these are allegations false. These teachers have never forced them to offer namaz or do any Islamic. Even the Hindu teachers wrote to the local administration that this allegation of forcing anyone to offer namaz or involving love jihad, these are false allegations. Basically, there is no truth to these allegations. These were not highlighted by the mainstream media. The media only highlighted that the three teachers were suspended for involving in the Islamic activity or fundamentalist activity or the love jihad. When I get to know that, and I brought out the other side of fact that the Hindu teachers' letters and their protest and their I uploaded the videos related to the protest and the letters on social media, and people came to know the other side of the story that it was reported by a blogging group of women. So this was an example which I have done, and this was it has made its impact on, and it has become a discussion that how the it has become discussion among the independent media that how the innocent Muslims are targeted by the false allegations, and get they are punished doing for doing a thing which for they are punished for doing nothing. They are just targeted on the false allegation.
Thank you very much for sharing the cases, and thank you for highlighting these cases on your social media. So can we know it? Your journalism often delve onto the social justice issues. What role do you see of media playing in amplifying the voice of minorities and the concern about minorities? And how can we contribute to the positive change?
Media can contribute in a bigger way for the cause of social justice. If we talk about the role of media, which is actually it is that the actual role of media to raise the voice for the voiceless. But nowadays media only serve those people who are in power everywhere. I mean, it's not only case of India. If you take a case for anywhere, whether it is US, whether it is Pakistan, whether it is India, the media is involved in basically in serving the powerful people. The ones who have power, uh, they have a voice in media. The ones who are powerless, they don't have a voice in media. So this is the situation is really disturbing, very and at many levels. Disturbing in the sense that the issue media highlight becomes the issue of the people. Among the so the issue of powerful people always remain the issue of people. The issue of marginalized, oppressed communities never become the issue of people. The marginalized community remain the marginalized, and the powerful remain the powerful. So this situation needs to be changed. First, the basic thing is that media needs to become the voice of truth, justice, and equality, brotherhood, the basic human values which we pursue in our daily life for the betterment of the society. Media should also follow these basic issues, which is truth, justice, and equality, brotherhood, and uh, mutual cooperation, coordination. This should be highlighted. Then we can see that marginalized community have a space in the media.
Yes, exactly. We hope through this podcast and social media we can promote positivity. So the last question is about in the future what we should do to make sure everyone, regardless of religion or background, has the same right and the opportunity.
In the current world, there is a huge gap between powerful and powerless, oppressed and oppressors, has and has not have not. There is a huge gap. I mean, this huge gap is totally because the values is being followed by people in power, and these values leaves deep impact on the society. There are people who have. I mean, one thing I think the current scenario और in the current world कि लोग जो अभी मौजूदा दौर में सूरत हाल में जिस चीज की तरफ जो सिस्टम फॉलो कर रहे हैं, चाहे डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम में जो नजरियात फॉलो कर रहे हैं, वो नजरियात जो है आइडियोलॉजीज हैं, वो मेनली एक तरह के डिविजिव या कहते हैं हम वो इंसान के या लोगों के जो इश्यूज है जिंदगी के इश्यूज उनको और ज्यादा प्रॉब्लमेटिक और ज्यादा जैसे ये है कि लोग अभी ज्यादातर मेटेरियलिस्टिक अपलिफ्टमेंट के बारे में सोचते हैं इंसान यानी कि एक इंसान की वो कितना कमा पाए, कितना कितना ऊंचा घर हो, कितना ये हो, तो सिर्फ मेटेरियलिस्टिक अगर इसके बारे में सोचेंगे, आइडियोलॉजी के बारे में सोचेंगे, तो आप कोई वैल्यूज फॉलो नहीं कर पाएंगे. यू कैन नॉट फॉलो एनी वैल्यूज इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग ए मेटेरियलिस्टिक लाइफ, बिकॉज योर मेन गोल इज टू make money and live a life of luxurious life. In that case, you will not follow any values. You will, you will find that these values will not serve your interest. In that case, you cannot have. आपको किसी तरह की जो इंसाफ का जो नजरिया है, या चाहे वो आपको इक्वलिटी का है, चाहे वो सच्चाई का है, ये फॉलो करने के लिए आपको तत्पर नहीं करता, या आपको मतलब से ये नहीं मिलेगा, इंस्पायर नहीं होंगे आप जस्टिस के इशूल को फॉलो करने, क्योंकि आपका मकसद, या आप चाहे आप पावर में हो चाहे बाहर हो, आपका मकसद आप अपने मेटेरियलिस्टिक चीज को बढ़ाना है, तो आप उनके लिए उसको बढ़ाने के लिए आप जो चाहें वो करेंगे. मैं इस मेटेरियलिस्टिक दुनिया से बाहर आके people need to have follow fundamental values in their life, which is justice, which is equality, which is brotherhood, which is cooperation, which is, I mean, these fundamental values should be should be followed at any cost.
Yes.
At 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 cost of your interest, materialistic interest. When people start pursue their materialistic interest, they violate a lot of such values and such principles and I mean such these kinds of ideologies. In present situation, जो भी फॉलो कर रहे हैं, जो भी आइडियोलॉजीज है, वो जस्टिस से बहुत दूर है. चाहे वो यूएस आप अपना रूल बेस्ड ऑर्डर की बात कर रहे हो, चाहे वो इंडिया इंडिया में एक तरह की सेकुलरिज्म की बात कर रहे हो, लेकिन ये सेकुलरिज्म या पाकिस्तान में मैं बात करता हूँ, पाकिस्तान में वहाँ पे जो भी इशू आ रहे हैं, उसमें क्या है कि या जो लोग पावर में है, वो जो बेसिक वैल्यूज है जिसकी बात में जस्टिस और इक्वलिटी और इनको फॉलो नहीं करते, वो अपने इंटरेस्ट को फॉलो करते. तो इन सब चीजों को ये पूरा जो पूरा इंटरनेशनल ऑर्डर है इस वक्त, वो पूरा इंटरेस्ट पर डिपेंड है. जिस कंट्री का जहाँ पे इंटरेस्ट होता है वो उसी को ये करते हैं. लेकिन अगर कहीं पे जस्टिस हो रहा है तो उनपे वो खामोशी इख्तियार करते हैं या उनको दरकिनार करते हैं, इसको इग्नोर करते हैं.
Thank you for all your amazing responses. That's it for today. I had an amazing time with Waquar Hasan. Thank you, Waquar, for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. I will be back with a new episode and other positive change maker. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. Let's spread positivity as we need it more than ever. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.